Brad.
Welcome to Doc Talk Live. I appreciate you doing this.
Good to see you
Good
again.
to see you. So you had some questions for me?
Yeah. How long have we been doing this?
We've been at it about a year now.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Good.
yeah. So I don't know how many followers we have, maybe 12, 13.
Okay.
We're growing.
I'm going to call my mom. She'll add to the list.
So Dr. Bearman is an ophthalmologist and an eye surgeon, and yeah, I appreciate you coming in. You like my glasses?
I do.
They're new. They're new. I didn't get them.
You didn't get them from us, did you?
I didn't.
I can tell.
I didn't. But so eyes, okay? I'm going to start with me, and then we'll go into whatever it is you want to talk about tonight.
All right.
And then, of course, if people type in with questions, maybe Jessica can read them. Jessica, thank you for filming today, by the way. I appreciate it. So I had, I think it was a sty in my eye.
Eyelid.
Yeah, my eyelid. What's a sty?
A sty is a infected oil gland.
Uh-huh.
So in between, if you've ever, a lot of women will know this because they put on the eye makeup, but in between your eyelashes, there's these little row of dots.
Yeah.
Those are oil gland orifices. And if one of those gets infected or blocked, the oil can't get expressed and it gets infected behind it, and that's the sty.
And so how do you treat that? Now I ended up putting a little antibiotic on it.
I usually will, depending on kind of the stage of the sty, it can be treated medically with heat to dilate the gland opening, and then an antibiotic / steroid is what I usually use. But the definitive treatment is to open it and drain it.
Oh dear, well it wasn't that bad.
Good.
Thank God.
Good.
I noticed that my friends that are in their 40s, they need longer arms.
Exactly.
What is going on with that? Why don't we have longer arms?
So that's an interesting observation, but that's true. If you're not nearsighted, like you and I are nearsighted, when you turn 40-ish, your eye muscle is too weak to focus at a close distance. And so the further you start going further and further till you get into reading glasses. So
why is that? Go more in depth with this eye muscle.
Okay, so
when
I say eye muscle, I'm talking about the accommodative eye muscle inside your eyeball, and that muscle, when it constricts, it shapes your lens, and it can make your lens fatter. And when you get a more convex lens, your focus comes up closer to your face. And when it's less convex, as you get older, the muscle can't constrict.
Is the muscle getting weaker?
Yes.
Why is the muscle getting weaker?
You're getting older.
So you brought a lens here, right?
I brought a lens or an image of a lens. What I was going to mention is they've just, this is an intraocular lens image, and intraocular lenses take the place of a cataract lens. So when I take out a cataract, I put one of these lenses. That's the actual size. I doubt you can see it. This replaces your natural lens. There's a new lens on the market, just been available for a couple weeks. That
insurance doesn't pay for it.
Absolutely not. That is a trifocal. So your friends, typically when we do cataract surgery, we can get you to see well far off, and you don't have to wear glasses, but you have to always wear readers.
Right. Now
we have a lens that can help you read, see intermediate and far away. It's called the Panoptix lens. And the Panoptix lens is brand new. I put in 5 last week.
Wow.
And we're waiting to get data and see the results. It's interesting, the evolution of implants. Original implants were developed around the time of, the 1940s and 50s, because airplane pilots in the war had their windshields blown out, and particles from the plastic of the windshield were lodged in their eyes. And a very astute doctor realized that they tolerated these little particles okay. They didn't have to take them all out. They didn't cause a reaction. It was made out of a compound called PMMA, polymethyl methacrylate.
We use that in the spine. We put that in as bone cement.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, polymethyl methacrylate is very well tolerated. The original lenses were large, but they didn't fold. So you had to make a large incision to get them into the eye. Now I'm putting lenses in that are acrylic and foldable. They go in like a taco, and then they open up inside the eye. You can put them through a 2.4 millimeter incision.
So for me to read, okay, I've got progressives, but if I really want to read something, I take my glasses off when I'm doing this nonsense.
But you're nearsighted.
Right.
And I can take my glasses off, but when I want to watch TV, if I look up from my page, I got to put my glasses back on.
Right.
Same thing. That's nearsighted. You can see it near. This is your far point. Wherever you hold it, that's how far you can see.
Right. So if you correct my eyes with, let's say, Lasik,
Yeah.
do I need longer arms then?
Yes.
So
unless you shortchange one, you leave it a little bit nearsighted.
What is
but
this
this implant would help you.
What is this machine we're standing next to? Is this of anything? This is your room, right?
Yeah.
Never seen it before?
I don't know. That's a phaco machine. This is the machine that generates the energy for us to remove a cataract.
Okay. And I think we have a Doc Talk Live of you doing a cataract surgery.
I think we did too.
So hopefully maybe we can repost that so people can see it. Do we have any questions there, Jessica? Or is it just Mark and I?
Next time we'll drain, if you get a sty, we'll drain that on Doc Talk Live.
That would be cool. I'd hate for me to have the sty though.
Yeah, you'd be amazed how many people faint. All men. Yesterday I had a man faint when I took out the sty. I'd say 3 out of 10.
Followers. Does anybody have any questions before we finish up?
Thanks,
7
Jessica.
followers.
Yeah, get him to ask a question on anything, because Mark really he knows a lot about trivia too.
I like to think of myself as a renaissance.
A Renaissance man. That's right.
Yeah.
How do people get a hold of you, Mark?
205-949-2020. We're VisionFirst Eye Center. We have 4 locations in Birmingham and the surrounding communities. 1 in Pell City, where Jessica lives.
All right, we're going to cut it off there. Jessica, thank you for doing that. Thanks, Mark.
All right, good.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, my
Enjoyed
mouth
it.
is so dry. I should have put some water.
I know.
All right, Jessica.
Does
gonna
the
wander
surgery
out and see
change
if I
with
can-
Oh,
astigmatism?
are we still recording? Cool.
Yeah.
Does
the surgery
come on, Mark,
change
get on
with
back.
Astigmatism?
What is it?
Does the surgery change with astigmatism?
Does the surgery change with astigmatism? I think what they're saying, the surgery, cataract surgery, can correct astigmatism if you use an astigmatism correcting implant.
So I would need that.
Yes. If you want to see without glasses. You can always correct astigmatism in a pair of glasses. You could get a standard implant and then just correct the astigmatism part.
Okay, and Blake Scott wants to know, is LASIK surgery permanent or does it need to be repeated?
LASIK surgery is designed to be permanent. Sometimes LASIK surgery has to be touched up if there's still residual error after the first treatment. So we include that in the price of LASIK.
Can you end up with dry eyes after LASIK surgery?
Yes.
That's a problem.
And you can tell people they're not a LASIK candidate if their eyes are dry coming in.
Well, how would they know? Like
a lot of people with dry eyes will know, or we can tell them when we look at their eye. But LASIK cuts through the corneal nerves, and there's a neurogenic factor to dryness. So it's a potential risk of LASIK. Yeah, we don't see it much in young, healthy people. In someone maybe like Brad's age, you might have to take that into consideration. But the average, 25-year-old probably doesn't worry about that.
What about people who just get dry eyes? Is that something we even understand how that happens?
That's an enormous area of interest and study now, and
that would be a tough one.
That's another doc talk.
Okay.
Is there a certain intraocular lens for astigmatism?
Yes, definitely is. There's some you can choose from, including those multifocal implants we talked about that are like bifocals or trifocals. also come in what's called a toric lens. And toric lens is correct astigmatism.
All right, I believe that's all the questions so far.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks
Have
again,
you ever
Mark.
had questions right in the middle of the show?
Oh yeah, that's the way it goes.
That's exciting.
You never want